thing on? Is this thing working today? Hey, what's going on, kids? It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here. It says Bruce right here. So with Uncle Bruce, it says it on my sweatshirt, so it must be true. I'm here. Welcome everyone to the 30th of December, 2024, the second last day of the year. What a year it has been! What a journey! Welcome all to the party, pal. I'm glad you're here with me today. Some of you are going to get very rich today, or much richer today, which I love. Congratulations to those of you who are going to benefit from this market's activity and volatility this week, next week, this month, this year. Congratulations to those of you who are succeeding in writing options and saying, thank you, gamblers. Give me more. I love it. You've got to take it. You can't not take the money that's being handed to you left, right, and center. Welcome all to the party, pals. I so appreciate you being part of this channel and the family here, the Bagel family. I cannot thank you enough for your kind support of this channel. And I hope you had a great weekend. You've been saving up your energy now for today and tomorrow, getting Wednesday off, and then saving up your energy for Thursday, Friday, and then get a couple more days off. And then next week, kind of back to a regular 5-day week again as we get through the end of December. Every year, the same old thing. These hectic schedules and demands on our time and the want and the desire to spend time with friends and family. Of course, it is what it's all about. Have you seen my poll question today? It looks like 67 of you have already answered it. And if you can hit the poll question and then hit the thumbs up button right away, but right at the same time, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button and help me out there. The question of the day is simply this. I know someone that is addicted to sports and or stock market long shot betting. You know someone that is betting on all kinds of sports games. You know someone that is addicted to, say, option trading, stock trading, trying to find the next going to the moon stock or options, buying and selling calls and puts. You know people that are addicted. Now, I'm not asking if you're the one. I'm asking if you know someone that is addicted to sports gambling, sports betting, and stock market betting through the telephone, through one of these devices right here or laptop. The world has changed, kids. The world has evolved in the last 15, 20 years. We used to see on the Super Bowl, for example, we used to see ads during the Super Bowl where they had they took a baby and had it in a diaper, and it did or did not have a little shirt on. It didn't matter. And the little baby was trading on E-Trade, if I recall. It was trading on E-Trade in the market for like $9.99 a trade or $9.99 a month or whatever those deals were. You may, if you're old enough, and I guess I have to be talking to people that are now, holy crap, you got to be 35 or up. You got to be 40 years old to know and remember the Super Bowl ads from 15 years ago when E-Trade and Schwab and Fidelity used to advertise to us on television about the ability to trade stocks from our own computers, and eventually, and sooner or later, something like this. This kind of a device was able to, we were able to use a device like this about 10 years ago, 8 years ago, certainly in the last 5 years, to buy and sell stock. Now we can use this device not only to buy and sell shares, but options and do complicated option trades if we know what we're doing. But we also use a device like this to gamble on sports. And we have today a completely different environment that our parents had or our grandparents had. During my father's prime years, when my father was in his 20s and 30s and 40s, that would be the 50s the 60s and the 70s. And my dad was in his prime years up until the end of the 1970s. We did not have computers in our houses. We did not have the ability to make wagers on sporting events legally. The only way you could have bet on the weekly hockey game or football game or daily baseball game is if you knew a bookie. And if you knew a bookie, you knew someone that really didn't have much of a day job. They hung out in the pool halls, and they were near a payphone all the time, or they had a phone somewhere that you could dial a number and you could place an over-the-phone wager with your bookie if your bookie trusted you that you were good for the money. You bet $10 on this weekend's football game. Your bookie would tell you what the odds are, what the line is, and then you'd make the wager, and the bookie would write that down, and then you owed the bookie money if the wager didn't work out, or if the bookie didn't trust you. You had to make your way down to the pool hall and hand the bookie $5 or $10 or whatever dollars you were wagering with, or more. And then after the game was over, on the Monday, the Tuesday, you either had a credit with that bookie, or you would go by and pick up the dough. That was then. There was the stock market in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. You had to have a stockbroker, and you had to have the application filled out and a credit check filled out to have a brokerage account. You had to go through all the due diligence that you were able to handle investing, and your stockbroker was supposed to do the due diligence on you and your investing objectives to make sure that you invested in the market in the right stocks and kind of stocks to fit your existing lifestyle and investment profile. That died by the way of the dodo bird. In the 90s, it started to fade away, and by the year 2000, we began to see E-Trade ads and Schwab ads and Fidelity ads and all the other ads on television about being your own broker. You have the freedom, quote unquote, the freedom to make your own investment decisions, and you were now free to trade anything you wanted, and you could do it on your own. And eventually, when this was perfected, thank you, Steve Jobs, you could start doing trades on this. And now today, who has a stockbroker? Do any of you phone a stockbroker to place every trade you make? When's the last time you opened up a brokerage account and talked to people in the administrative department of the brokerage firm? When's the last time you had to have due diligence done on you? When's the last time someone did a credit check on you to buy and sell stock or to wager in the sports book business? There are now companies publicly traded that are sports book companies. DraftKings is a classic example. It's gone so mainstream and it's gone so legal, the governments have figured out, what? We used to have people play the Irish lottery in the 70s, the only lottery they could play. Then governments started offering lotteries in the 80s, the 70s and the 80s. In Canada, the excuse was, we're going to offer a national lottery out of Ottawa in Canada, which is actually going to be headquartered. I don't know if they headquartered in Montreal or not. The folks in Montreal for the 1976 Olympics were so inept and so corrupt. The city of Montreal was controlled by organized crime that every single Olympic venue built for the 76 Olympics was controlled by the mob and all of the unionized workers that worked on these construction sites. And there were wildcat strikes in the last year leading up to the Olympics where it wasn't even guaranteed there would be an Olympics in Montreal unless payments were made in certain ways to certain people. And the politicians were in on it, the unionized organizers were in on it, and the mob was in on it. And at the end of the Olympics in 1976, even though the games were held in North America and ABC with Howard Cosell and Jim McKay and all the top sportscasters covered the Montreal Games, and Sugar Ray Leonard was discovered as a boxing sensation in Montreal, the Montreal Games, with all the TV revenue that came in, lost $1 billion. In 76, it was unfathomable how much money was lost. In 1980, when the Olympics were in Los Angeles, they made money because Uberoth, who ran the Olympics, if I got the name right, Peter Uberoth, negotiated a $200 million television deal with ABC for the LA Olympics, and they came off without a hitch. As a matter of fact, 1980 it was Moscow. No one went from the Western world. 84 it was LA. The 84 LA games made a profit, but the 76 games in Montreal ran a deficit all the way across the board, and the mayor had promised, we're going to make all kinds of money doing this. This is going to be a huge money boost for us. The government of Canada now was on the hook to guarantee loans for the city of Montreal and the province of Quebec to bail it out. And how did they bail it out? They instituted the national lottery. And the lottery was run by the government of Canada, coast to coast, and we could buy lottery tickets for $10 a piece that were on a printed piece of paper, like a good quality, like a dollar bill. Lottery tickets that were of the quality of this stuff right here, very hard to forge. And we were watching a lottery draw once a month. And the government of Canada was hauling in millions of dollars, millions and millions of dollars, towards the debt of the Montreal Olympics. And it ran for a couple of years. And then eventually the government of Canada decided to make peace with the provinces and say, guys, we've brought in enough money to pay off the Olympic deficits here. Now we're going to turn the lotteries over to you as provinces, and you can run your own provincial lotteries. And we have a national lottery corporation that you're all part of, and you can have your provincial lotteries. So you can have your little hometown regional lottery games, and you can have the national lottery game. And that's how it went for years and years and years. It was all done by the government. The government got so addicted to lottery money that they allowed it to expand and expand and expand. And now we have, in 2024, not only do we have lotteries in virtually every state in the United States, all the provinces of Canada, countries around the world, we now have sports betting on our telephones. And the government is getting a piece of that action. And they're addicted to it. Because the best part about people who gamble is that they will not vote you out if the home team doesn't win the ball game. They will just call that, they'll blame the referees or the league that they're betting on, but not the politician who allowed you to do it in the first place. Politicians can get reelected because cash flow keeps coming in to the national or provincial or city budget from gambling, and that's becoming a larger portion of the deal. Just like betting or making people who visit Cincinnati, Ohio, you rent a hotel room in Cincinnati, there's a hotel tax. You come into New York, there's a hotel tax. You go to Las Vegas, there's a hotel tax. Every city has it, every country, every province. And the taxes are charged to people who are not necessarily residents of the area. And so governments have perfected and will continue to perfect ways to collect taxes from people that can't vote them out of office. And that's the easiest way for politicians to stick around and blame outside forces for all the problems and generate more and more revenue into their treasuries from non-voters or voters that just don't seem to mind the amount of taxes they're paying to their governments. And now Las Vegas has a football team. Las Vegas has a hockey team in its hometown. They're about to have a baseball team in their hometown. Guess what's next? I wonder if there's going to be an NBA basketball team playing in Vegas in the next 5 years or so. Do you think? What are the odds? What are the odds? You can bet on that. Yeah, there will be a basketball team in Las Vegas, where at one time no professional athlete would be caught dead being in Vegas because they feared retribution from the commissioner of their league if in any way they were connected with gambling. And now the addiction is gone right to the top, and it is legit. And now you are watching me every day, Monday to Friday, when the markets are opening, and we're talking about writing stock options. And what are you doing? You are taking money away from the gamblers who are habitually addicted to this device, their laptops, to gamble on stock options. And a third of all option trading that is done now, which is at an all-time high, dollar all-time high, volume all-time high, dominating the markets. A third of all the option action that's going on, retail investors, mom and pops, not institutions. Yes, institutions are trading the other 2/3. And yes, it is also at record highs. Absolutely. The options market is becoming the most liquid form of gambling there is on the stock market. The number one area of action for the stock market is 0 days to expiry option contracts, the kind of contracts that are created this morning that will die this evening, or weeklies that die Mondays or Wednesdays and Fridays, or weekly contracts that die just every Friday. The number one stock for option gambling is NVIDIA. The number two stock is Tesla. Tesla used to be number one. It's now number two. NVIDIA has replaced Tesla. The other top trading options that are out there for stock option gamblers, the SPY and QQQ indexes, the ETFs themselves, those options, the options on the ETFs that mirror the market. It is unbelievable. And of course, those of you who watch me have had a record year. You've made more money in 2024. You've seen your account values go up more than you've ever seen your account values go up, or since 2021, maybe for some of you. It's been like since 2021, you've been back to these levels. And what have I been begging you to do? What have I been begging you to do? Sell your stock and write cash secured puts. Why? I want you to take the money off the table at these high levels, turn around and take another 30, 40% cash into your hands by offering to buy the stock back you just sold for less than what it's trading at, substantially. That's what I'm asking you to do. And why am I telling you to do this? What is wrong with me? Well, I kind of want you to sell this stuff and write these cash secured puts and put all the pressure on the option gamblers who are more than willing to do it. The trillions of dollars in the options market is coming from gamblers coming into the market, a third of it. So if there's 6 trillion in the market, 2 trillion from retail investors, 4 trillion a week turning over from institutions. This is unfathomable amount of money that's going through the system. And I'm trying to get you to raise your account balances from holding stock to holding cash and adding up to 30 to 40% more cash into your account, where you're saying, okay, Bruce, I love SoFi. I love my SoFi. This was a $5, $6, $7 stock a year ago. For the last 3 years, I've been hanging out with you, Uncle Bruce, desperately hanging out with you and following your guidance. Every time the SoFi dips, I bought more. I just bought more. I believe in Anthony Noto, the CEO of SoFi. I believe in this upside of this company. I'm buying this stock at $5.50, 6, 6.57, 7.58, 8.50. I'll keep buying it. I'll keep buying it. I'll keep buying it. And now it's at $15.50 to $16 to $17. Here we are in this level, $10 higher than you ever saw it before. And I'm telling you to sell it and write cash secured puts, to buy it back at $13, at $14, at $12.50, depending which put contract you're going to write. Cash secured put at 20, cash secured put at 17, cash secured put at 15, cash secured put 22, cash secured puts 25, all the way up to Jan 26. You can go further than that if you want, but go to Jan 26 and haul in gobs of money, because you can write $20 cash secured puts for Jan 26 and bring in $6.50 to $6.80 a share to offer to buy the stock at $20. So if you get $6.80 a share for a contract, a $20 contract, you take $6.80 off the 20, you're offering to buy the stock back at $13.80. What a wonderful human being you are. You are adding liquidity to this market, and the market is taking care of you big time, because you can sell your shares into this market even at $15.50. Write the 20s for a big fat $6.57 premium and offer to buy the stock back for 13 something a share. What a nice, gorgeous person you are. Well, congratulations. You've got to take the money. You've got to take the money. This is 35% return on a $2,000 commitment. You put up $2,000 and bring in $7. That's 35%. And you write as many of those puts as you can humanly write. Whatever money you bring in from the premiums, you write more of them. And you're saying, I'll buy back more stock. I'll buy back more stock. I'll buy back all the stock I can get at $13.50 a share. No problem. Stock wants to go lower. It's all right. Give it to me. Make me buy it. The money's there. Cash is there waiting. I'm hauling in daily interest on this cash in the meantime. I'll take the shares. And if I do get exercised and I have to buy these shares, and whatever the pricing was, whatever the option was, it's all right. I have 3 choices that I can make now. 1, do nothing and just sit on the paper. 2, write call options on the paper. Or 3, sell the stock and rewrite put contracts again. As many as humanly possible for as much money as I can to raise my cash balance as high as a level as humanly possible and bring in daily interest until you exercise me or let the stock go higher and those contracts expire. Worthless or drop very much in value so that I'll buy them back for a third of what I sold them for, half what I sold them for, and roll into higher strike puts further out for another $3, $4, $5 a share cash. I will do that with SoFi. I will do that with GameStop. I will do that with AI. I will do that with Rocket Lab. I will do that with NVIDIA. I will do it with whatever I can afford to do it with, because I can't afford to sit here and just be a stockholder and hope the market just keeps going up 25% a year. You're playing that game, you're an idiot. You're a loser. And if you're an individual that is trying to find the hot stock of the week, the hot option trade of the week, you're buying calls to sell calls, you're buying puts to sell put, you're a loser. You're a habitual gambler and you are about to be wiped out. It's only a matter of time. It's only one trade away from the poorhouse. Because if you're long contracts and only long contracts, you are one option trade away from oblivion. And they never tell you that on the other channels that love talking about trading options. They never tell you that the moment you put in a buy order for a call option, you could lose everything. They mention it, but they say, oh, that won't happen. You always have strategies. You have limited strategies. The worst case scenario is you're into an option that is worthless, that has a small amount of time left on it, and is going to depreciate to zero so fast it'll make your head spin. The winning strategy is you write contracts that are worthless, that have no book value, have a lot of time premium value on them, and you're trying to write them as short as possible to let them expire worthless. In effect, you're looking to take money from people who are going to lose everything. That's exactly what you're doing. You are contributing to the delinquency of gamblers because they're stupid enough to give you the money. It's not like you made them give it to you. You put a contract out there for sale and you said, hey, I'm willing to write this $20 cash secured put on SoFi, which right now is worth $5.50 or $4.50 a share book value. It's worth $4.50. The $20 put contract that I'm writing for Jan 26 is worth $4.50 book value. Would you like to buy it from me? Give me $6.75. Give me $7. In other words, give me $2 to $2.50 a share more than what it's worth. The time premium for 12 months of time, because starting Wednesday this week, it's January 2025, and these are January 2026s. These die a year from now. If you can get $2.50 premium or $2.40 premium, I'm just using nice round numbers in my head. If you can bring in $2.40 time premium on a contract you've just written, that is 20 cents a month of depreciation, because the $2.40 is going to evaporate to nothing. If the shares stay right where they are for a whole year, the contract is going to be worth $4.50 a year from now. It's worth $7 right now. You're taking the $7 or the $6.80 or whatever you're getting for it. So you're going to make $2.40 a share despite yourself, and you're going to make $2.40 a share on a $2,000 commitment. You put up $2,000 and you make $240 on it. You make a measly 12% in a year if nothing, absolutely nothing happens. Now, if the shares want to go to 17 again, they want to go to 18 in the next 3 months. S&P 500 inclusion, record profits, record growth, blah, blah, blah. Want to go to $18, your SoFi contracts are worth $2 book value. You got what, 7 for those? They're worth 2. The stock's at 18. The value of that contract on the open market is going to be $3.75, $4, maybe $1.50 premium. Because remember, time in 3 months from now is gone. We only have 9 months left. This contract is shrinking, and you're sitting there going, I sold it for close to 7. It's trading at 3.5. I'm up 50% on my money, or I made $350 profit on a $2,000 investment. I'm up 17.5% in this scenario. That's how bad it is for you. Are you happy now? Of course you're happy now. You're going to buy those back and write new $7 puts, maybe 22s, 25s, till June 25, 26. You'll go out there. Yeah, you'll take another $4 or $5 a share in cash and lift your account to a higher level. And don't forget the daily interest you're earning on your money, which is right now closer to 5%. Thank you very much. This is the story on GameStop. This is the story on Rocket Lab. This is the story on AI, on whatever it is you want to play with. Now, I want to go back to something that I want you to be aware of here. This is not talked about very much, and it is not covered very much, but you have to understand something. Some of you here cannot stop talking to me about how excited you are about doing option writing on certain stocks that I don't cover very much. MSTR is one of them. Sound is another one. And others I just put it on my mind. But you know what I'm talking about. There are some of you out there, and the rest of you are aware, some of you out there who are talking to me about certain stocks that are really volatile. And you're all excited about these stocks, and you can't believe the premiums you're getting. Because here's the problem. And here's the situation. This is the real story. There are certain stocks out there that have a lot of option followers all over these stocks. The problem with these entities is there are not very many shares in existence. If you're playing with NVIDIA right now, why is NVIDIA the number 1 stock for option trading? Because there are 2 billion shares of NVIDIA changing hands. There's 2 billion shares in existence of NVIDIA, okay? 2 billion, all right? Apple, 2 billion shares. Figure out how many other shares are out there of the Magnificent Seven. There's huge gobs of stock out there, okay? On some of these smaller stocks like Sound and MSTR and others, there are less than 200 million shares. Or in some cases, there's less than 100 million shares in existence. And yet the options volume on these stocks are so high, they represent more shares than exist. And what's beginning to happen in the marketplace, and it's being reported on bit by bit by bit, is that option gamblers are moving the market price of stocks by jumping into the options of these stocks. And so option prices are reacting, stock prices of certain companies, shares, are reacting to the option market trading rather than the other way around. When NVIDIA goes up $10 a share in value in one day, all the call options go up in value and all the put options go down in value. If NVIDIA drops $10 in one day, the call options drop in value and the puts go up. And it's the stock that leads the options. NVIDIA is the boss. The stock price of NVIDIA runs the market unless we're within 30 days or less of an earnings update, a quarterly report. Because in the last 3 to 4 weeks before NVIDIA releases their financials, the option gamblers pile into NVIDIA calls and puts, trying to guess what direction the market is going to go. And they want to play a big up move or a big down move. They certainly don't want nothing to happen except for writers. In the case of smaller cap companies that don't even have 100 billion market cap, they don't even have 50 billion market, they have 20 billion market cap. You can have volatile option trading that will over dominate the stock itself. This is where things get crazy, because remember, for all of the retail investors out there, 33% of the market for option writing is retail investors. That represents millions, 100 million gamblers. It's a huge number of gamblers. We're talking $6 trillion market per week turnover, a third of which is by these small investors. $2 trillion a week in turnover. It's unfathomable money. When you have that kind of money in the market, a $20 billion publicly traded company that's worth $20 billion all in, that stock can be manipulated by millions of people who are getting in on that stock's options. And so there are hedge fund operators out there, very smart people, and they're all smart. Good God, are they smart? And they hire smart people, really smart people, who are sitting there going, boss, hey, listen, you hired me for $250,000 a year plus $1 million a year in bonuses. I'm noticing an anomaly. And the boss goes, what's the anomaly? Well, look, this sound stock, this MSTR stock, these shares are really volatile here, and these options have got incredible premiums on them. I noticed something. What are you noticing? We should be buying the stock rather than playing the options. Why do you say that? Well, the premiums on the calls are so high that the market's anticipating a higher high on these shares, a higher volatility movement. We can get in and out of 1 million shares at a time on this stuff, and just day trade this stuff on the volatility of the option gamblers. Because the gamblers are indicating that they think the market's going to go up in the next quarter because their earnings are coming out a month from now or 2 months from now. They think the numbers they're going to make are much higher, or this company is making a deal with Apple or with Amazon or whatever. There could be real volatility here. We could make money on the stock rather than on the options themselves. We don't want to buy and sell the puts. We want to buy and sell the stock itself. We short it or we go long it. And we can put 20 million to work into the market of the stock easily, but we can't put 20 million into the options, because if we put 20 million into the options, we're adding even more volatility to the options. There's enough of those guys. Let all those guys play. If they're institutional players in that option market and retail investors, and they're all over the place with each other, but why don't we zero in here with our $100 million towards this stock and just get in and out on the stock itself? Because the stock will go up or down based on the premiums of the puts and the calls, and let those guys take all the risks, and we'll just play with the paper. And we don't have a time frame to worry about. We don't have to worry about this Friday's expiry, because we got the stock. We don't worry about that. And so that is beginning to happen here as well. The institutional traders out there are so smart, so sophisticated with software, tracking abilities, resistance levels, support levels, 50-day moving average, 5-day moving average, 200-day moving average, analytics all over the place, and volatility reads. And they're going, the Greeks are way out of control here. This stock is going higher. The street is saying the stock is going higher. That's what the option gamblers are pricing into the options. Why don't we get into the stock? And if the stock goes up 3%, 5%, how much money do we need to play with the stock? We're a hedge fund. We have margin accounts through every brokerage firm in the world. We can buy 5 shares for every 1 share we can afford to buy. So we can do a 5-for-1 leverage if we want. Why play the options market? Let's just do the stock. We can play 5 million shares for the cost of 1 million shares. And if we make $5 a share profit on this flip, we just made 25 million bucks this week, today, by tomorrow. And we'll be in and out of these trades, shorting, going long, shorting, going long. And at the end of the day, we also have one more secret weapon to protect us. If we're long 5 million shares of MSTR or whatever it is, and the stock peaks out and it doesn't keep on going, we can write calls against this stock for ridiculous premiums to protect us on the investment we just made on leverage. We have the options market to fall back on as a protector. The retail investor has nothing to fall back on. The retail investor has $1,000, $5,000, $25,000, and they're buying and selling options. And they have limited time. They're out of the money, or they're barely in the money, and the premium was ridiculous when they bought in, and is going to reduce to 0 at the end of the day. When that option expires this Friday, next month, it will be nothing. They're the ones taking all the risk. Why aren't we taking Why aren't we taking smart, calculated bets in the meantime? Uncle Bruce, in the meantime, is sitting here in Calgary going, are you watching me? Are you listening to what I'm saying? Is anybody out there? Is there anybody out there listening to what I'm telling you? This market is at all-time fevered pitch of speculation. The option market is at a fevered pitch of speculation. The markets are near all-time highs. They're reacting to a guy going into the White House who is going to be in his 80s for his entire term. And I'm saying maybe you're kind of risking a lot of cash on one thing that one individual can change everything about the investment return. I don't think so. And what I worry about, because I'm the kind of guy that gets paid money to worry when there's nothing to worry about, that line I keep bringing up to you, this is me, okay? In a way, I hate to say I'm this guy, but I'm kind of this guy on your behalf. I'm actually a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. This guy was a bad guy, okay? He was against Tom Cruise, okay? I'm the good guy. And I'm telling you, kids, there might be a little more volatility out there than you are aware of. And the fact is that, God forbid, someone slips and falls on his escalator in his skyscraper. Someone playing golf and he twists his ankle, he falls down, and he breaks a hip at the same time. And this guy is out of commission for a week or two, or he's so doped up on painkillers. JD is in charge right now. Do you think the investment community is going to have a crap attack? Yeah, I would say a huge panic attack would set in. What if, and I don't wish anything bad on anyone, but what if our friend over there, who's going to take over in the third week of January, starts to imitate Mitch McConnell and starts freezing on camera? Whether he's on camera or not, he starts to freeze up. Or he wakes up tomorrow morning and his left side is paralyzed. He had a miniature stroke last night. He's in the middle of a stroke. I don't know. I don't know. I worry about everything hinging on one little tiny support beam to cover the whole dang thing. There's a skyscraper out there that is, I don't know how many floors high, but at the end of the day, if you go down into the parking garage and you go down below the parking garage to where all the supports are for the foundation, you'll find out that what we don't know, the entire foundation is hanging on to one concrete support, and we have a sinkhole building up a half a block away, and the sinkhole is coming to the building. And if that one pillar snaps, the whole thing starts to implode. And maybe it's a slow motion train wreck. It's not like a catastrophic overnight thing. I don't know. But too much of this market, too much of this stock market is dependent on one individual for one thing. Deregulation, easier filing rules. We can do takeovers without Justice Department stuff. So the Justice Department, the FBI, the IRS, this department, all these departments are nothing burgers anymore. We don't have to worry about any of these guys, and we're free to go about to move the country. Free to move about the country in any way we want, to do whatever we want to do with the markets. And it's all because one guy has brought all these people into the cabinet, and all these new rules and regulations are going to be passed by a Congress with a 2-seat majority, a Senate that needs 60 votes, which doesn't exist, to make it work, and this one guy in the White House that's going to be absolutely sharp as a tack for 4 straight years to make this all go through. That's what the market might be sitting on right now. And maybe, just maybe, there are some people out there going, you know, Uncle Bruce, I'm not waiting until the third Friday of January to worry about it. I'm going to worry about it right now. I'm worrying about it. I started worrying about this 2 weeks ago because I saw the sugar high, and I'm out. I'm out of here. And the Dow now is down 464, and we're 18 minutes away from opening. There are 272 people watching me, which means The majority of the stock market does not hear a word I'm saying, is not listening to me and my prognostications. The market as a whole, without any of you, is decided we're getting out right now. We're getting out. And that's why the markets are lower, maybe. And unfortunately, the real reality is that of all the players out there, the retail investors that are out there, who are addicted to the stock market, they're addicted to sports gambling, they're addicted to action. There certainly many of them that are just into stock trading, but a whole ton of millions and millions and millions of people are into option gambling. And they're buyers and they're sellers. And they're long. And this morning, they're sitting there watching this market down 466 points going, I can't get out. I can't get out of my options. I have call options on NVIDIA. I've got call options on Tesla. I've got call options on all these stocks. I got a zillion call options on whatever I'm long on. And they're looking at Rocket Lab down 96 cents in the pre-market, SoFi down 40, GameStop down 49 cents. They're looking at Apple down $3. They're looking at Tesla down $11. They're looking at Microsoft down $3.50, Alphabet down $3. They're looking at Amazon down $3.20, NVIDIA, the number one option stock in the world, down $2.40 a share today. It was down $2.90 on Friday. They're looking at Meta down $9.50, Goldman down $8.25. Are you getting the pattern? Are you noticing a single direction of every single stock we're following out there? MicroStrategy, MSTR, down $12 a share in the pre-market. We were down 11 on Friday. I'm sitting here saying to my viewers, begging you guys, get the hell out of this market with stock. Sell your stock and write cash secured puts, where the price you buy the stock back at is even lower than what it's doing right now, and you're going to get paid gobs of money to do it, so that you're not the risk taker. If you're owning stock right now of GameStop and everything else, any of these shares, you're the gambler. You're a gambler, not the only, but you are a gambler. If you're a shareholder, you're not the riskiest gambler. If you're an option long holder, you own nothing but call options, you are a gambler. And you can't trade right now. We don't open for another 15 minutes. Now, do we open at the levels I just quoted? No guarantee of that. We could be higher than this. We could have a down dip for 5 minutes and then have a turnaround and bring it all back and reassess this whole morning. And within an hour or two, we get rid of all this red and we turn into a flat market and we start going up again because of anticipation of great things coming our way. Yeah, sure. Yeah. That's called gambling. I'm hoping it will get better later. And how many people were hoping for this exact same scenario at the end of 2021? Everybody at the end of 2021 had just gone through 2021 with record high closes almost every week on all the indexes. It was fabulous. Interest rates were nothing. Inflation wasn't the problem. And the world is reopening after COVID. Oh, isn't it going to be great in 2022? And by November, we topped out. Nobody knew it at the time, but we topped out at record highs November 2021. By the time January, February rolled around, we were down 20% across the board on the indexes. There were stocks off 50%, but the markets were off 20%. So all the SPYs and all the triple Qs, all those call option players got wiped out to the tune of trillions of dollars. The writers were the only ones winning. And here we are in 2024, December 30. The day before the end of the year, we've had a 25% gain on the markets this year, but we're giving some of it back right now. I don't know if we're going to drop 20% the first 2 weeks of January or February. I don't know if we're going to hit higher highs. I do not know. I will know this. I do know this for a fact, okay? Any of you who sold your Rocket Lab, you sold your GameStop shares, you sold your SoFi shares, just those three alone, just those, and you turned around and became cash secured put writers, and you took huge premium dollars in, even if you sold your SoFi at $13 a share, $12 a share, you saw it go to 17, and you ended up with $20 Jan 26 cash secured puts. If your stock goes to $20 a share in January and $25 a share in February, you will be the biggest winners in the stock market. And you sold your shares and you wrote cash secured puts, and you're going to be the biggest winners. Why? Because you're going to roll your puts over to 22s, to 25s, to 30s. You're going to be the biggest winners of the market, hitting new all-time record highs again. That is the best part of this strategy. You're sitting on a mountain of money now holding in daily interest, and you're the biggest winners if the markets hit new all-time highs in the first quarter, second quarter of 2025 or beyond. And you're into specific stocks like GameStop. GameStop goes to 40, you're a massive winner. Rocket Lab at 20-something, and it goes to $10 a share higher than it's going now, you're the massive winner. Rocket Lab right now, 27, 22 on the bell Friday night. Saying wants to go to $40 a share, you're laughing on Rocket Lab. GameStop wants to go to 40 a share. SoFi wants to go to 25 a share. You're making more money than anyone else, and probably more money than any managed account out there, period. Because there are 401ks that if the markets hit new all-time highs in the first quarter of 2025, 401ks and Roths will hit new all-time high levels because ETFs will hit new all-time high levels. Generally speaking, you will make more money than all of them. On a percentage basis, you will be way higher than those guys. Welcome to the party, pal. This is what this channel is all about. Making money and letting the market do what it wants to do and letting the market tell you what it wants to do, and you react to it. You're not here to guess the stock market. You're here to react to the stock market. If your account values are dropping today, that's because you're long something and you didn't write options against it. That's likely what it is. Now, maybe, hey, look, some of you are into credit spreads that are working against you. If you've been writing call credit spreads on the Magnificent Seven, like for the last, 2 months that I've been begging you to do, you've been writing cash secured puts for the last 2 months, 3 months that I've been begging you to do, you don't have a problem. But if you're writing cash secured, you're writing credit spreads on puts, put credit spreads because you think every single stock in the world is going to hit new all-time highs, you're gambling in one direction of the market. But you have rollover possibilities to protect yourself. So don't come crying to me that you aren't doing rollovers to protect yourself. You have those as well. Okay. This market is tough. This market is brutal. This market takes no prisoners. And there are 95% of the players out there, which I don't think any of you are the 95%, at least I sure hope so. You're the 5% of the market versus the 95% of the market. 95% of the market players today are losing money right now. They're down this morning on their investments. And they're wondering, how bad is this? Is this just a little blip in the market? The Dow's off 1%. Should I be worried? 5% of you guys are writers of options, call options, poor man cover call options. You've written cash secured puts, you've done credit spreads, and you're sitting here going, I'm here to fight another day, every day. I'm fine. Andre, welcome to the show. Buongiorno. Deep Values here going, hey, I'm number 3. Richard's number 4. Gunwan Brar number 5. How you doing, everybody? Welcome. CKT is here, number 12. Keith, Just Truth, number 13. Caverdi, number 15 on the thumbs up deal. Here, watching CNBC, all the commenters are just talking in broker language, says Ricardo. Yield this, theta that, delta this. It is a language that is meant to confuse people. They are not willing to admit that the market is just manipulation of people's feelings. No kidding. Wall Street never says sell. No, they never say sell. Eddie, good morning. D.A. Truda, good morning. Alluring Anglerfisher, how you doing? ALA, good morning, everybody. John Anderson is here. David is here. How's it going? He knows what you're talking about, Ricardo. I agree. Good morning, everybody from Charlie. Hector is here. Corinne, Tom Kaufman, Andre Delatorre is in the house. David is here. Jan 9 market probability will probably be close. Jan 9, maybe that. New York, that might be Jimmy Carter's thing. I don't know if the market will be closed for that. What's the best way I can give someone very new to options your lessons? Send me an email. Send me a private email. Tell me what you want to do. How many classes do you want to send them? And I'll set it up with you. Laddie, good morning. Steve, my brother's friend, used to pay him to fly to Vegas to bet on spirits, to bet on sports betting for him. Wow. I knew people in the 70s and the 80s who were getting free tickets, free airfare, or like $99 is what it would cost them to fly from Calgary to Vegas for the weekend. They would leave Thursday night or Friday morning or Friday afternoon to go to Vegas for Friday night, Saturday night, and then come home Sunday night. And they would be given free hotel rooms at Caesars or Flamingos or whatever, Pink Flamingos, whatever the hotels were. And then they would be handed $100 of free chips to free play, to gamble. That would cover the airfare. So you got free airfare, free hotel, free meals, and they would gamble all weekend long. And they would come home and they would lose $5,000, $3,000, $10,000, $15,000. They'd be up $1,000. They broke even. And the next weekend, they'd go again. And the next weekend, they would go again and go again. And eventually, they didn't go anymore because they didn't have any more money to gamble with. It was insane. This is the 70s, the 80s, the 90s. This was normal. This was not unusual. Amy, good morning. James the Misty Tree. R. Gray, how you doing? We're opening in 7 minutes. Matthew, the gambling epidemic might be worse for society than drugs when it's all said and done. This is terrifying. Susan, good morning. Stephen Bartley, 1984. Larry, good morning all. Number 69, nice. Bobby, my side job as a pizza driver, the young 19 to 23-year-olds are always comparing gambling with each other. Finally talked one into at least putting his wins into FHSC, whatever it's called in Canada. I'm not sure what that means. Lame, good morning. Healing with Nature, how you doing? How's it going? R. Gray, good morning. Good morning, good day. Doug, it's been a hell of a good year, a good last half of the year. 2025 is going to be spectacular. I can feel it. R. Gray, right now I'm yelling out the window. It's my cash secured put. I'm selling it now. There you go. Markdowns, number 80, Bruce. Charlie, everything red in the pre-market. Wow. The bills are still flat in the pre-market. Bobby, last week I wrote 10 sound, 15 cash secured puts, 43 cents each. Stock was 25 at the time, expires Jan 17. Worthless pennies are my pennies. There you go. Barry, good morning. Not a lurker. Good morning all. Hello, Uncle Bruce and Auntie Jen. What about SMCI? What about this, that, the other? If you didn't have a problem with Biden's age when he was running for a second term, don't say the sky's falling with Trump. Oh, yeah, just, don't have a problem with 80-year-olds, Bruce. Biden, if you don't have a problem with Biden, Uncle Bruce, why should you have a problem with Trump? You shouldn't have a problem with Trump. Everything should be just fine. Okay, well, I did have a problem with Biden's age, but compared one to the other, understand. But nonetheless, hey, it is what it is. Believe in who you want to believe in, but stay realistic and aware of the situation we're in right now. Reagan was in his late 70s when he won his second term. The dementia was already evident to those around him. History has proven that. By the second year of his second term, he was being limited to where he was going and who he was talking to. He had good days and bad days, and he died not too long after leaving the White House because his last 5 years was not good. But hey, look, this is life. It's not his fault. It's the world in which we live. My mother had dementia. My father was beginning to show it by the time he went, but he didn't have it hit big time by the time he passed. But hey, your family, my family, all the families, I understand. It's okay. But what is this market hinging on right now? What is this market clinging to for a hope for new all-time record highs from here? What is this market clinging to? It's not clinging on fundamentals. The Wall Street guys are saying it is, but that's not true. Lower interest rates? I don't think so. We're done with that. Lower inflation? I don't think so. I think we're going back up a little bit. Maybe not a lot, but inflation isn't going to drop out of the sky right now. Job creation? Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Biden. We've had a good job creation. Is that going to continue? Companies going to make nothing but a whole bunch of more money. Are workers going to get big fat pay raises so they can just spend all that money in there? Companies are not offering 15, 20% pay raises anymore. The hiring thing is kind of settling down and people are being told, come back to work, come back to the office. We don't want you at home anymore. hey, things are flexing here. Where are all these pillars of support? Why is this market down 1% right now if everything is so goddamn great? Why is the Dow off 434 if Orange Boy is going to make everything perfect? Why is the S&P down 72? Why is NASDAQ down 300 points right now in the pre-market? If everything is so great, why is this market doing this? If Santiago wasn't to be touched, why were you evacuating him off the island? Lieutenant Kendrick, can you tell, Colonel Jessup, can you tell us why he had to be taken off the island? Because you said he wasn't to be touched. What is going on? Something's not adding up here. SMCI to the moon. That's what it is. Just two words, lefty losing it. There you go. Thank you very much. Okay, markets are down. I started worrying about the irrational exuberance on November 6th, says Jeff. The Trump trade was baked in then. There's no upside left of the Trump trade. His promised policies are inflationary. It's going to cause a recession. Mandu number 5. Good morning, everybody. Gary, better yet, cash secured puts on SMST. What else going on? Savage, government spending is the number one cause of inflation by orders of magnitude. Other variables are I don't know what this means. Trump's policies are pro-big government spending. There will be inflation. Tony. We haven't had a tech sell-off, have we? Kai, good morning, Bruce. No 101. Savage, if they are for reduced government spending, there will not be inflation. What is the government spending policies? Jeff, I didn't sell my SoFi or Rocket Lab. I'm making good premium selling covered calls on my Rocket Lab shares. I did sell everything else and wrote Rocket Lab cash secured puts Jan 26. Bobby, I did start on NVIDIA put spread for 105, 110 for expiry Jan 31 to begin the Iron Condor. On a 160.65, Jan 17, 2025 on Friday. Good stuff. Neat. Bagel Babe. Oh, hi. I'm number 110 on that thumbs up meter. Uncle B. Zach, I'm 106. Happy Monday, Mr. Premium. Let's fill our pockets today, everybody. Let's go. Kuftam, Hebrews, I'm holding 1,200 SoFi shares with a 710 cost. I'm listening to you on cash secured puts. I could sell my 1,200 and move to cash secured puts for Jan 26. Yeah, you sure can. You sure can. $20 January 2026 is you might get $7 for those. $6.75, $7, which means you're offering to buy back your stock for $13 a share, taking $15.50 right now, $15.70, whatever they're going to open at. I don't know what's the market going to open at on SoFi this morning. We're at $15.98. I don't know what we're at. What are we at on SoFi? I'm not sure. I'm just trying to watch this market. 50. I don't know what's going on. What's happening? Peak Burb, what is a good strategy to use to enter on a high volatility red day like this when you are flat? Cash secured puts, call credit spreads, all kinds of ideas here. Bobby, first time home buy savings account in Canada, FHSA. Lame Duck, hail, Jimmy Carter. Khalib, what in the world is going on with Holo? I have no idea what that is. I don't know what that is. Flint Creek, Cheeto Jesus, I don't know what's going on with that either. Thank you. What is going on? Good morning, Mr. Riccardi. I'm here from the eternal city of Rome. Good morning. Flint Creek, good morning. Dude, good morning. Steve Jackson, what happened to Cred Savage? He's out there. Weber, good day. I got some powder to make some moves today. Larry, I've just rung the bells, Bruce. We're open. Neat. Here they go. Here we go. We're up and running. Welcome to the party, pal. Great to have you all with us. Let's see how this market wants to react this morning and get things started. I'm hopeful that all of you are going to get nothing but richer and richer here. I want you to make a ton of doleros. Thank you all for joining me today from wherever you are. If you're a member of this channel, thank you. If you're just a subscriber, thank you. And if you're a lurker, I thank you, but I encourage you, become a Gold Bagel member as soon as possible and enjoy the benefits of Gold Bagel membership. Thank you all for all of you for joining us. It's great to have you here. Thank you yet again. Thank you. All right, that's the story. I'm sticking to it. Giddy up, kids. We're going a member-only commentary right now. Let's see what this market wants to give us. We're down 482 to start the day, which is kind of what the pre-market looked like here. We'll follow this. We'll see what it wants to do here. GameStop is right now 32.21, up a penny. I think I I'm assuming that's accurate. I've got 1554 on SoFi, 2661 on Rocket Lab. A GameStop, 913,000 at the moment. And I'm not sure if everything here is accurate or not. We're just going to see what's going on. We're down 500 on the Dow at the moment. We're going to follow the S&P 500 as well, and NASDAQ 3203 on GameStop now, down 17 cents. 3193 down 27 cents. That's more like it. We're down 70 on S&P. We're down 275 on NASDAQ. Oil's up 58 cents. Okay. Giddy up right now. 1562 on SoFi, down just 36 cents. It looks like it's improving already, and I'm not surprised to see that. Okay. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for joining me today from wherever in the world you are. Thank you. The poll question is out there today. I'm asking you guys this poll question. Do you want to take a shot at answering it? I know someone that is addicted to sports and or stock market gambling. 225 voters, 225 people have responded to this question, and the results are interesting. 45% say, yes, I know someone that's addicted. 55% say, I'm not, I don't know of anyone. This kind of a number used to be 10 to 1. 10 to 1, no. Only 1 in 10 would have someone they knew. Right now, almost half of you know someone who's got a gambling problem in sports betting and stock betting, stock or option betting. Unbelievable. This is a cancer that is affecting society in every level and is only going to get worse, and it is going to create problems. I'm just going to say this is going to create issues. Families, marriages, work relationships, breakdowns, and who knows what else. And this is global. This is not an America thing. This is not a USA only thing. This is global, and it is spreading. And it is really hitting a certain area of society more than any other, and that would be the young. The teenage years up to the 30s. This is the area that are getting hit and hurt the worst, I believe. And I so remember having employees of mine, stockbrokers that were working for my firm that I was working with. And I had stockbrokers that were under 25 years of age. They were like 21 to 25. And I had two kinds. After a while, they became licensed, and they would have clientele, and they would become brokers. And I had two kinds of brokers: the ones that were going to make it, and the ones that weren't going to make it. The average life expectancy of a career as a stockbroker in the 1980s was 7 years. 7 years. And the reason it was only 7 years long and not a career was because half of the brokers that became stockbrokers at age 22, 23, 24, 25, under 30, half of these guys would be out of the business within 2 to 7 years, 2 to 5 years. They'd be gone. And why? Because they became the gamblers that their clients wanted to be. They attracted high volume, eager beaver traders. They were attracting gamblers as clients, and their clients wanted to gamble on hot stocks, and they bought into that world because they could attract trades, they could attract turnover specialists, customers that were buying and selling, because back in the day, in the 80s, stockbrokers got paid a commission on volume of trading. Notice today, it's volume-based trading that's going on. Even today, Robinhood wants you to gamble. They want you to trade as much as humanly possible because they get order flow. Back in the day, my brokers got paid by how much capital they were turning over. And so my young guys who were 22, 23, 24, they wanted to live the life of a successful stockbroker, and they wanted to make $50,000 a year in 1982, which is like $200,000 today. They wanted to make $100,000 a year, which is like $300,000, $400,000 today. They wanted to be Successful big shot stockbrokers today. They weren't interested in a 10-year plan. They didn't have a 10-year plan. They had a 10-month plan, a 2-year plan. Build my book, trade it like crazy, and I'll convert my gamblers into long-term investors. Once I make 50,000, 60,000 a year, then I'll start to build my long-term book. They never got there. They had clients who blew their brains out in good markets, bad markets, and every other market. The other brokers I had were the guys who bought into the 10-year plan, that by the time they hit 35 years of age, they would have a book of clientele with assets in retirement accounts, pension plans, growing their long-term growth prospects, watching their clients get richer every year because the house they had was going up in value, as well as their condo or their cabin, in the woods. They were growing at their jobs, managers, VPs, and so on. These brokers were growing with their clients over the lifetime of their clients' careers. These guys were the winners, and that is why the average lifespan of a broker was 7 years. These long-termers became 20-year and 30-year players, and they retired as stockbrokers in their 50s eventually. Or with the changing business that I was in, as it was evolving out, my gambler brokers were eliminated from existence, because as soon as the brokerage firm you worked with was taken over by a bank, an investment bank firm, the only brokers they kept were the guys with a solid book. They got rid of the gambler brokers. They could tell by looking at the accounts. These 25 brokers out of these 60 brokers are all into day trading, penny stock. Get rid of these guys. These guys are a nightmare. Every one of these guys will blow up their book, and we're going to be left with hanging on with deadbeat accounts. Get rid of these guys. So these guys would find jobs somewhere else or quit the business eventually. And the only guys kept were the long-termers who had a solid retirement asset growing book. And they converted these stockbrokers away from being investment daily advisors into becoming asset advisors and becoming asset gatherers. And these guys now were encouraged to just bring capital into the firm and let us help you manage it. And these are the guys that did ultimately make the big money in the business, because that's what the banks wanted them to do. Today, however, more and more of these people are not brought in as advisors. They're now brought in as wealth advisors in local branches of Wells Fargo, Bank of America, Chase Manhattan. And they're talking to people like you, or trying to talk to people like you, into building a long-term relationship and let us manage your assets. And you should be happy with 3, 5, 8% returns a year on your money. That's what that's what's replaced the stockbroker. From millions of stockbrokers to thousands of advisors to more AI intelligence systems. And the rest of you, and those of you who are gamblers, you're on this right here. And those of you who are taking control of your account yourself are not paying the fees. You're not paying the 2% annual fee on your value of your account, and you're not paying a percentage of the profits that your account is making, even though you are. You don't see it. You're running it yourself, and now you're ahead of the pack. And if you're an option writer, you're on the top 5 percentile of this world. And that's why there are only 304 people here. 304 of you are here at the top 5% of the market chain, and 95% of the people below you are getting hit today with a 600-point drop on the Dow Jones right now. These are the ones who are crying and wondering what's wrong with their lives. What did they do wrong? Why did they pay such high prices for stock? And when will they ever sell? Because Wall Street never tells them to sell. They just tell them to reallocate. Bobby says car accident recently for our friend Credit Savage, apparently, but he's still on Discord. I hope he's getting better. So, Cynthia, hey there, Larry. Thank you. Mandu says thanks, Larry. Richard's here. Daddio's here. Doug is here. E-Gray. Everyone watching, please give a thumbs up for the best uncle all around. DH is here. J-Boy, good morning. Lame Duck, the opening bells of the stock market in honor of Jimmy Carter. Wandu. Brian, number 130 on the thumbs up meter. Bagel Babe, I know someone who's lost over 40,000 in sports betting. I know someone personally who's lost that much money. Christina, SoFi July cash secured put 18s are going for 450. Is that a good price? That's a great price, because you're buying the stock back at $13.50 a share. The 18s are worth right now $250 book value with $2 premium. Not a bad trade. ALA, looking back at November, Uncle B, did you think that this was a short squeeze? Wondering about the likelihood of seeing similar movements in 2025. It's possible that part of the SoFi was short squeeze, but I think it's a big possibility that at 1454 and beyond, every institutional investor in this SoFi stock with the SoFi convertible debt just turned into 920 stock, 940 stock going forward. The company had 10 million members. They broke that barrier. They're upping their numbers. SoFi is just a winner chicken dinner, and part of it is short squeezing, and part of it is just awareness. Bobby Jeepers, this GameStop put spread 21.23 Jan 25. My buyback 6 cents. Bid ask 1 to 18. Last sold at 06. I'd like to get off the bus too, please. Brian, look at GameStop. Where is that? What is it at? 32.77, up 57 cents. Giddy up. It did not like being read today. Lorraine, I'm 137. J-Boy, I know someone who spent $30,000 on Candy Crush. Oh, so Bobby, the hot air is being released from the 18-cent ask. Christina, good. I picked up 5. There you go. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the show. I'm glad you're here. Writing cash secured puts is the way to go. Take the money off the table and say, thank you, gamblers. You take the risk. I'll take the daily interest on my cash balances that are rising and rising, because that's truly getting rich. You're not rich if you're a shareholder. You're rich if you're holding cash. People keep forgetting, well, my stock is up, so I must be richer. Yes, on paper, but not in reality. Rich is being rich in cash. Look at the GameStop up 65 cents. I'm happy it's up 65 cents. I'm thrilled, because if you've written cash secured puts on GameStop, the values of the puts are falling. You're short the puts, so you're long the cash. You're richer right now with the stock going up. Just because you sold the stock doesn't mean you don't get richer. You sold the stock, wrote the puts instead. You're getting richer. Those of you who have written cash secured puts on SoFi and on Rocket Lab, on everything else, you took not only the cash, but the premium. You've got book value plus premium, or premium only on the puts you've written, and watching them shrink, because time makes you a winner regardless. This is the win. Oh my goodness. Welcome all to the program. Thank you for being here. 315 of you are here. I know more and more of you know someone that has a gambling problem. You know someone at work, in the family, friend of yours. You smell it, you sense the problem, you understand all they talk about are the spreads on NFL football games, or all they talk about is when they make money on a bet they make in NFL, gambling, NBA, hockey, whatever the sport is. They talk about, oh yeah, I had that, I made money on that trade, or that quarterback did that, or that running back did that, or if that's all they talk about, that's all that excites them, guess what is the likelihood that they might have an issue? And then there are the market players, and how many people out there who are not following me? 313 of you are here, 307 of you are here right now. You're option writers. You're writers of options. You're the winners. You're the ones going, well, I'm folding my arms right now, Uncle Bruce. We're down 579 on the Dow. We're down 89 on S&P. We're down 336 on the NASDAQ. I'm watching options that I wrote shrink. My put contracts are shrinking on GameStop. My call contracts that I've written on whatever, it's shrinking. Cash secure, my credit spreads, my call credit spreads on NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, whatever you're doing call credit spread writing on, shrinking. That's the game. That's the point. And you're going, I'm going to pick these off when I'm ready. Bobby, the put spread people need to listen to what Uncle Bruce just said, laughing out loud. I'm just folding my arms, letting the markets back off. Tesla's off 1091. It's not down 20%. It's just down $10 a share, $11 a share. But it's the right direction if you're a credit spread, call credit spread writer. You're one happy camper right now. If you're a call writer on Tesla, you're going, hey, I wrote 420s, I wrote 450s, I wrote 460s, I wrote 480s, I wrote $500 call options on Tesla. Stock is down. those contracts are falling. I'm a happy camper. I might buy them back and write $20 lower calls to replace them. Nothing dramatic. Nothing like out by left field stupid. But I'm thinking, hey, Uncle B, I got $15 for these calls that I wrote last week. They're now at $8. I might buy those back and write $15 calls again for the same expiry, but a lower strike. Or I might write the same strike 3 months further out, or I might write a slightly lower strike for 3 months out and bring in way more than $15. You have choices, and you are managing your affairs. Tom, I'm Irish. There's a saying, you never see a bookie on a bike. Numerous people I know have been to rehab over gambling. Numerous. Even before online gambling, bookmakers are everywhere. Yeah, Flint, not into football. Once I bet on a football pool, I chose teams based on colors, names, mascot preferences, and won. Man, my friends were pissed. Stock market is my casino. Lisa, Rocket Lab, almost down $2. My Jan 30 covered call is green. Still too early to cash in, I think. Brian, I sold GameStop Jan 31, 2025, $35 covered calls for $375 on Friday last week. I love this game. Well, there you go. GameStop right now, 32.33. Yours written way out of the money calls. Nice going. Hey, giddy up, everybody. We're down 46 cents on SoFi. We're down $2 on Rocket Lab. We're up 22 cents on GameStop. We're down 144 on AI. We're down 64 cents on NVIDIA. We're down 11.20 on Tesla. Palantir down 246. MSTR down 17.57. Costco down 16.74. Coinbase down 12.92 right now. We've got Google down 264. Apple down 450. Microsoft down 674. We have Broadcom down 9.29. We got Intel down 45 cents. Netflix down 13.33. Meta down 11.80. EI Lilly down 9.40. Amazon down 4.24. The spiders are down 9.14. The Qs are down 9.24. SMCI Supermicro down 150 to 30.46 a share. Uber down 60 cents. Adobe down 4.40. Cisco down 108. AMD down 2.31. Unity down 117. Enphase down 279, Spire down 37 cents, Moderna down to 39.14, down 99. Pfizer's off 35 cents, IBM down 388, HBQ down 70, HD, Home Depot down 541, Vanex Semiconductors 483 lower. Goldman Sachs down 668, Boeing down 772, Target down 90, JP Morgan down 222, Walmart down 92, Disney down 157, American Airlines off 4 cents. DraftKings down 84 cents, AMC down a dime at 389, and we've got Royal Caribbean down 305 at 229 a share. Welcome to the program, everybody. Welcome to the Party Pals. We're down 616 on the Dow. Make it 636. We're down 88 on S&P, down 312 on NASDAQ. Oil still up 63 cents. I don't know why. Oil shouldn't even be at $60, but it is 71. Year-end shenanigans? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Bobby, I got 2 cash secured puts on Rocket Lab at $25. I got cash secured puts on Rocket Lab at 25 and 3 covered calls at 22 for Jan 17.25. Very interesting. Cutting edge number 150 on this thumbs up meter, buddy. Thank you. Mike here from Michigan. Thank you, Mike from Michigan. Thank you for the thumbs ups, kids. 150 and counting. Christina, damn it. I sold to open those SoFi puts. Sold to open those SoFi. Yeah. You wrote them. Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to write them. It's correct. Cash secured puts are still mentally backward for me. I should have bought to open the put. No. Sell to open. You're writing the puts. You buy them back. You buy to close. You're doing fine. Walter, good morning, everybody. Thumbs up number 151. Thank you, Walter. Thank you, everybody, for being here, especially you Gold Bagel members. I love you guys. Thank you for letting the world know how long you've been a member. If you're able to do that little button there, that green bar shows up. Tell everyone how long you've been a member of this channel. Chillin' member, Gold Bagel member. Tell everybody how long you've been here and why. Why are you a Gold Bagel member of this channel? Tell the doubters. There are doubters here who don't believe you, but there are more Gold Bagel members than regular members of this channel. Tell the world why you're a member of this channel. Why is it? Let everyone know. It's not me doing it. You're doing it. I thank you all. Oh, I did it right. Yes, you did it right. You took the money in. You're willing to buy back your stock for cheap. Well done. If the SoFi goes back to $16 later today and tomorrow, those puts drop in value. You're laughing. You're up. You're doing great. Brian, I just sold 5 Archer. Is that cash secured puts? Jan 31, $10 strike for $1.45. Uncle Bruce, did I tell you I love this game? Is that why you're members of this channel? It's because you love this game. Aurora, I've been a member for 42 months of this man's channel. Aurora is a gold bagel member. Hector, I have been a member for 41 months. Another gold bagel member. Christine, okay, I'll tell them. It's because I have no friends. There you go. Rolo, I've been a member for 28 months of this man's channel. I'm a gold bagel member of this man's channel. Thank you so much. Any of you can do that, just like those 3, that would be great. I love seeing these green bars. People talking about their members, letting everyone know. Corinne, I've been a member for 28 months, gold bagel level, and worth every penny to be a member of this man's channel. $25 a month is what these people are paying to YouTube. Then YouTube sends me $17.50 of that. They keep $7.50, and they allow me to be on the air, and they allow me to do this show from wherever in the world I want to do it, so I can try to assist my viewers, especially my Gold Bagel members, my Chillin' members, my subscribers, try to help you figure out this market and get richer. You got to get richer. Even with us down 600 points, you can get richer today. It's so easy to get richer, but you've got to be the top 5%ers. You got to be a writer. You cannot be a gambler. The 95% down there on the casino floor are getting hammered this morning, getting their butts kicked. They don't know why. They got their favorite guy going into the White House, and they're losing money. Well, what did I do wrong? They're saying to themselves. The writers are going, hey, he might be my guy. He might not be my guy, but I'm making money, Bruce. I am making money, and I'm going to trade this market that makes me money. And I still love the guy. That's okay. This is a party of making money. This is not a Republican Party. This is not a Democratic Party. This is the money-making party. Welcome to the program. Those of you who want to make money out there, if you are about to become or potentially could become a gambler in the market with desperate trades, and you found this channel by some fluke, you found me because you're into option whatever, consider joining this channel as a writer. Maybe all the money you've lost in the market the last 5 years or 1 year or 3 months or whatever the time it's been, maybe it's time to go to the other side of the market and become a casino like all of these viewers are casinos. Maybe it's time for you to become a writer of options instead. This might be your new home. This might be the favorite place. This might be the area of the market you're going, good God, I can't believe it, Uncle Bruce. I wrote 10 calls on 1,000 shares of blah, blah, blah that I have, and they gave me $1,500 for like a 1-month contract that is worthless. I can do this every month. If I can do this every month and bring in $1,500 from these 1,000 shares, I'm bringing in 18 grand a year from that stock, no matter what it's trading at. I can bring, or more. What? Maybe I should learn how to write options on covers. Maybe this game of trying to find the low of the day and get in and do a quick flip up. Maybe this is not where I should be. Maybe I should be selling to the market options worth nothing. They have no value. The only value that they've got is their time left on this earth. These options expire this Friday or next month or the month after that. I'm just going to write options that I know are going to die. They have a date. They have an expiry date right on them. I know exactly the day they will die. This stock that's represented by these contracts has got to make unbelievable moves for me to even think of a rollover. All I got to do is roll over the contract to a further time frame. I can do that. I can change the rules of the slot machine. This is being a casino. Holy crap, I can be a casino. I had a $100,000 account. I've turned it into a $30,000 account. Wow, am I great? I've got tax losses up the wazoo. I'm a genius. Now it's time to take this 30 grand and take it to $300,000 and then to $1 million. Why don't I do it from this side of the market? Learn how to write options. Maybe that's what I should do. And maybe that is what is going on around here. With about 300 of you hanging around here, that could be what's happening. Rolo, thank you. Trucker Tech, hey, I've been a member for 33 months. I made $3,670 last week. Casting good puts on Rocket Lab and SoFi. I'm in cash now, waiting for a stink bid to do it all over again. Corinne, member for 28 months. This is worth every penny. What I pay this what I pay to YouTube to be this man's Gold Bagel member is worth every penny. Corinne is a Gold Bagel member. Trucker Tech is a Gold Bagel member. Rolo is a Gold Bagel member. Hector is a Golder. Aurora is Gold. Thank you all for being Gold Bagel members of this channel. It's keeping me on the air. This is what keeps us going. Jen and I are here because of Gold Bagel members. I was looking at my year-end stats and my last 2 years, my last 3 years, and just, like all YouTubers do, we kind of analyze ourselves all the time because we need analyzation. And I'm just sitting here going, Gold Bagel members. It's the only reason this channel exists, because I don't make any money from advertising. It's like $8 to $10 a day during Monday to Fridays. On weekends, nothing. 20 cents of advertising is all I get from YouTube. I get nothing from advertising. Pays for jack squat. It's memberships, donations, class sales, and one-on-ones. That's how I survive. I don't trade. In case anyone doesn't know that, I don't trade. I'm just here. Thank you so much, everybody. Brian, Archer is down 10% today. I couldn't help myself. Buy the shares for $8.50. Triple Dog Dare. GameStop is killing me. It's killing me. I sold Jan 17 covered call, $24 strike months ago. I was hoping for the end of the year sell-off to buy it back, but it's not happening. I think I'm going to have to get exercised. Triple Dog Dare, what did you write it on? Did you write it on the fact that you own the stock? Did you write the contracts because you own deep in the money calls and you're a poor man covered call writer? One of your two trades is doing well. Something is up, something is down. I get it. You're in the money now, $24. They die Jan 17, so yeah, you're worried about that. But you could go to Jan 26. I don't know how far out you are. I don't know I'm assuming you've written 2025 expiry. Maybe you can move them up to 26s, 28s for the same money, and you just added $4 of premium to you, which means what you wrote them on is yours now up to 28. Hello? I don't know. Can you go to 30s? Hello? Is anyone home? Triple, are you taking my classes? Triple, you should be okay here. Brian, Triple Dog Dare, what did you get for those premium wise? Triple Dog Dare, $469. Brian, looks like $850 to roll them, so your buyout is $28.69. I wouldn't worry too much about this. Brian, fold your arms, pal. Lisa, Triple, can you roll your GameStop cover calls? Brian, it's about $850 to buy back right now. Lisa, pretty expensive, says Brian. Triple Dog, don't have the cash for rollover since it's too high now. Folding arms is stressful. There you go, Brian. Remember, GameStop can drop just as fast as it goes up anytime for no reason whatsoever. Deep Value, I've been a member of this man's channel for 40 months. I just can't get rid of people. I have trouble pissing them off. Welcome, Gold Bagel member Mandu number 5. I thank you so very, very much. Deep Value, 40 months. Mandu number 5, 38 months. Both Gold Bagel levelers. Jan is here. How you doing, Jan?
I'm good. Good morning, Mandu number 5.
That's right. Brian, Triple Dog, what is your cost basis for the shares you wrote the cover calls on? I'm just curious. Thank you, Mandu, again. Triple Dog, 1982 cost basis for the shares. You're making money. I know. I hear you. Okay. Can you do one? I don't know how many you wrote. I don't know if you wrote 1, 5, 15. Can you roll one at a time? Can you? I don't know. Does your broker allow you to do a rollover without company money? I don't know. I don't know your situation, of course. Triple Dog, you're laughing. No worries. Fold your arms. Richard, good morning. Auntie Jen, DH Ruta, Triple Dog, roll them to April 27, 29s. You'll still bring in a premium. Made a similar move last week. Larry, good morning. Jennifer.
Good morning, Larry.
Brian, ask us again the week of Jan 13th, and we'll see where you are. This is another advantage of being part of this channel. If you're a Gold Bagel member, you get to talk here during trading hours to the other members who are here, including yours truly, live trading advice, back and forth thoughts, ideas, whatever. 3205 on GameStop down 15 cents. Triple down. I want to learn to do credit spreads and cash secured puts, but I haven't got that far in my classes. Only the basics so far. Which class do I need next? Help me out of this mess. Jeff, looks like I'm buying back Rocket Lab cover calls for pennies today. Neat. Dude, well, worst comes to worst. Triple dog, you'll get taken out and you'll just write puts. It's pretty easy. Get the put writing class. You may want to do that. Is that number 7? Which one is that one? Mandu number 5. Good morning, Auntie Jen. They're reacting to you. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Jen and I are here for one more day, today and tomorrow, and then we must leave. We have to pack up our stuff tonight, tomorrow night, and we have to sadly, reluctantly, with tears flowing down our frozen faces, leave this city, head for the airport,
Frozen faces.
fly. We have to get. The challenge is we have to get into our car here in our apartment building, which is in the underground heated parkade. Okay, not too hard to do. Okay, then we have to drive to catch up to my cuz, who will then accompany us to the airport, and we will park the car at the drop-off spot at the airport, which means we will have to walk 15 feet from our car outside to the opening sliding doors to get into the departure terminal. Those 15 feet are the treacherous feet in front of us Wednesday morning. Can we do it? Dragging and pulling all those bags.
You can leave your puffy jacket at home.
And we can walk into the terminal and go to the check-in counter and start the procedure of getting on an airplane. Because when we get off an airplane in Palm Springs, California, it should be about 70 degrees or so.
And one of the nicest airports.
Pure sunshine. I think we can handle it, because the funny thing is about Palm Springs is you get off the plane and you're in a little terminal thing, and then you walk down a hallway, go down an escalator that's an outdoor escalator that is sheltered by a sheltery, shady thing. And then you're outside for about 100 feet, 150 feet back into the terminal building to get your luggage. And then you're outside to find your Tesla and go to Roger Mirage. These are the challenges awaiting us on Wednesday. Harsh,
a lesser man, Bruce. Lesser man.
See, there you are right there. Mandu, good morning, Auntie Jen. Alex, good morning. Jen, how's the packing coming along? You know, we did packing yesterday and the day before, and Jen is
I found 2 items this morning.
Jen is the driver of this, packing up all the Christmas decorations.
Other people do this. It seems there's always one thing that stays out all year.
She was certain we had it all. The tree is gone. All the decorations are gone. We're walking around the apartment, all the walls. She found 2 more things. That it's all in storage again in our little storage unit here in our apartment. So that's the packing we've been doing. The next packing we do is our suitcases. But you know what?
And laundry.
Let's get real. We talked about this yesterday. We both admit it's the 4th year in a row we're going down south.
Get better every time.
We kind of know the routine now. There are very few surprises. And then we always say to each other, well, if we forget something, we can just buy another one down there.
Right there.
So we're going to be okay. Mr. Riccardi from Rome, Italy. Luca says, ciao, Auntie Jen.
Ciao, Luca.
Ciao, Luca. Triple Dog, you all are the best, says Triple Dog Dare. Thanks for taking me off the ledge. Yeah, no problem, my friend. You're going to be fine.
No one here is going to Triple Dog Dare you.
I think lesson 7 is the one on writing cash secured puts. Anyway, ALA, I feel you, Triple Dog. I wrote 30s for January on GameStop. I'm folding until a couple days out to eliminate premium. Then I'll roll up and out. See if you can go up to 50 cents in strike for 2 to 3 weeks, whatever. Debbie is in the house, a member for 42 months. Debbie in the house. Debbie, gold bagel member. She says, thank you for 40 months of the best wisdom. You are the best, Uncle Bruce. Thank you so kindly for that. That's a wonderful thing. Brian, Triple Dog, hey, remember, before you write a cover call, make sure you ask yourself, are you okay selling your shares for the strike plus the premium?
Mhm.
If not, don't sell the call. If you
That's
are,
right.
then sell it and
That's
sit back and watch the shit show unfold in front of your eyes. Oh,
You got to ask yourself that with everything.
true.
Can I sleep tonight? Am I fine?
Am I okay with this?
It's the old, do I really want to buy these shoes? I just have to carry them around the store a bit. I just have to think about it. What happens if I leave the store without the shoes? How will I feel?
How will I feel?
Same thing.
There you
Same.
go, Bobby. That's hard, Uncle Bruce. Better print your Google Maps to be safe, to get to your cousin's place, to get to the airport,
Absolutely.
and then make a run for it from the car to the departure doors.
Throwing the suitcases in.
Can you do it?
It's
Just
like the Titanic.
throw them in there and then chase them. Send Jen in first and then throw them at her so she can catch them on the way. Dude, I've been rolling in the money call spreads, so believe me, I feel your pain, says dude. Doug, been here only a few months. Only a few months. The amount I've learned is amazing. I used to not understand the jargon, the lingo talk.
That's hard.
Now it
It's a
all
different language.
makes sense to me. Thank you, Uncle Bruce. Doug, thank you. That's a great comment. This happens to every single viewer that
It's any
joins this
industry.
channel.
You got to learn the language.
Got to learn the lingo, and there is one. There comes a
Shorthand.
day where you realize, wait a minute, hold a second. I've understood everything that was said this morning. Not one comment threw me off. Oh my God, I'm part of this family now. I know what they're talking about. Oh, kids, welcome to the party.
Questions got better and better.
ALA, I also have a 1650 SoFi cash secured put, laughing out loud. I just roll out the weeklies and eventually it'll go up. There you go. Bobby, I'm folding arms on Jan 17, 2025, GameStop 30 cover calls. Only 122 in the money, and it's at a $4 price premium. I think I'll roll in 2 weeks. I'm not gonna roll right now. Why should I roll right now? This thing's gonna shrink down to its book value. Why would I roll it? Yeah, very good. Lorraine, I have been a member for 39 months, and I gave Bruce and Auntie Jen 4 cups to travel with in their first week of their holiday this summer.
2 cups.
Was it 2 cups? Oh, yeah, it wasn't 4. It was 2 cups. I gave them 2 Christmas mugs
That's right.
that they had to schlep around Europe and on the Queen Mary
But I
2 with.
used them the whole time.
And you know
They
what?
were great.
We got them home, and they're safe and sound, and they
'Cause
didn't
they're
break.
big. They're bigger. It's like a cup and a half.
Yep, we still got them. But
Still
I'll tell you
using 'em.
something, Lorraine. They're staying here.
They're not going.
They're not going with us to Palm Desert, California, or to Rancho Mirage. They're not going down south with us. They're going to stay here safe and sound in our shelving unit. They'll be waiting for us when we get back in June. It'll all be good. Thank you, Lorraine, for being a gold bagel member of this channel. ALA DTE, days to expiry, Uncle B. Brian, Bobby, I have those same calls. I am folding my arms too. I'm not gonna do a roll with this contract at $4. It's only worth $1.20 something. Why would I do that? What am I, an idiot? No way. I'm gonna let this thing shrink down to book value, very close to book value. Then when I do roll it, I will roll it into a contract that might be the same strike with a fat premium on top of it because I'm giving it a month of time or 2 months. Thank you very much, gamblers. You're paying me to roll over. I'm not panicking here. I'm not paying a premium to do a rollover. Oh, no. No, you think I'm a degenerate gambler. No, you don't understand. I'm the casino. I call the shots here. Oh, this is good stuff. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Jen, how are you this morning? You okay?
I'm good. My eyes twitchy.
That's the stroke.
Yeah. It's not enough sleep.
It's just the stroke. It's okay. It's a tumor. It's okay. It's
Probably
not a tumor. I should have a bagel today. Am I able to have a grape jelly bagel today? I think that's the plan. I think today is the day for another. Is
We're
it
getting close.
Is it Monday?
It's
Yeah,
Monday.
I don't know what day it is.
Yeah, it is Monday.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
welcome to December 30. Thank you, Auntie Jen, so much. Welcome all to the program. I'm so glad you're here. Brian, I am hoping to be exercised. I want to be paid to sell my shares and get into cash and write cash secured puts. Take me out. Christina, I just sold to open, laugh out loud, Rocket Lab $25 cash secured puts that expire April 17, 25. I got 544 for all 10 of these contracts. So you got paid $5,440 in cash right now to offer to buy Rocket Lab for $25 a share. Rocket Lab is trading at $25.02 right now. You're prepared to pay $25, except you got $544 now towards it. That's a down payment. In effect, you're willing to pay $19.56 to buy Rocket Lab until April of 25. Christina has turned into a real giver. Just gives of herself so much. Christina's charity to the world is unbelievable. How she opens the doors of her casino and lets people come into her casino floor and look at all the shiny lights and bells and whistles going off in this beautiful casino. And they come to a slot machine called the Rocket Lab $25 cash secured put slot machine for April 17, 25. And they give her $5,440 of cash because she has decided to put up $25,000 to buy Rocket Lab for $25,000. They give her $5,400. She's now sitting on $30,440 of cash that she's earning daily interest on, which at 5% a year is $1,500 a year in interest. So that's $1.25 a month, $125 a month in interest. Thank you very much, Christina. You are just so nice. It's unbelievable. You're only going to allow them to play the game until April 17 or less. If the shares want to go to $28 next week, after having a hissy fit today to 25, these are going to drop $1.50, $2. Christina's going to be up 1,500, $2,000 within the next week or two. This stock just does a little partial recovery of any. Oh, Christina, you are just. I can't believe you're just so nice to people. It really is. It must be the family around here. You know, it's infecting you. I think it's great. Yeah, if they're called away, there's a June cash secured put in the making, says Bobby on my end. Brian, Rocket Lab is on 8%. Nice, right, Christina. Debbie B. M. Y. Christina, it's the least I could do for the gamblers. They want to give me all this money. Deep value, very well done contract, right? Bobby, I also have some Jan 17 $33 covered calls on GameStop written. Buy my shares from me. Give me 36.35. Exercise me, please. Yeah, this is okay. I'm a happy guy. Welcome to the party, pal. 260 people are here learning all of this or confirming what they already know, that the gamblers are giving you gobs of money no matter which way you want to play this market. You want to write covered calls, you're going to make money. You want to write cash secured puts, you're going to be paid a bunch of money. You want to do credit spreads, you're going to be paid a bunch of money. How do you want to take money from these people? You're the casino. Set up whatever slot machines you want, forever, whatever expiry date you want, whatever strike prices you want, calls, puts. There are gamblers waiting to give you money. They're looking for shiny machines. Welcome to the party, pal. We're down 692 points on the Dow right now, 1.6%. 95% of the gamblers out there are losing money right now. Handing it to you. They've been handing it. The money they gave you last week, the week before, last month, 3 months ago, 6 months ago, all that money they gave you back, that you're sitting on their money. You've been hauling in interest on it. You've done other trades with it. Congratulations. You've been getting richer the last 6 months. You're going to keep getting richer. Some of you are never. Some of you, I guess. Okay, there are some of you who have already said goodbye to your day job. There's some of you who have retired a lot earlier than you ever thought you'd retire, and you're not calling yourself retired. You're calling yourself self-employed, But let's get real. You quit your job. You left your job. You got paid out. You got asked to leave. Here's your check. Here's your 401k. Here's your IRA. Go away. And you went, okay. Yeah, okay, I'll go. You were asked, would you like to retire? Would you like to leave the company? You've been here 15 years, 12 years, 8 years, 19 years, whatever the number. Would you like to leave the company? And you're 48, you're 45, you're 53, you're 57, you're 61. Would you like to leave the company? You found me a couple of years ago, and you're sitting there going, would I like to leave the company? With 3 months of prepaid wages, a year of healthcare to find another career or whatever. Yeah, I'll leave the company. Yeah, I'm out of here. And you've reorganized that buyout, whatever the hell that is, and you've reorganized your 401k, and you are now writing a ton more option contracts than you've ever done before from a cash level. And you're sitting back on Uncle Bruce. I'm sitting on $300,000 in my trading accounts. It's all cash. I just added 100,000 cash to that because I'm writing cash secured puts. I now have $400,000 that I'm getting 5% interest on while I'm folding my arms watching the crap show go on. I'm making $20,000 a year in interest now. Just from the government of the United States of America. It's all in these T-bills. Some of you put the money into corporate type bond funds, and you're pulling in 7, 8, 10%, whichever works. If you're bringing in 10% on 400 grand, you're bringing in 40,000 a year. Even your wealth managers at Wells Fargo and Bank of America and Merrill Lynch and JP Morgan and Goldman, none of those guys are giving you even 10%. You're bringing in 10% just on ETFs that are into high yielding interest bonds. Plus you're writing options on top of that, which are cash secured puts. You're sitting on 400,000, making 40,000 in interest, and you're saying to yourself, I have cash flow from my investments. Our house has got equity in it. My expenses are lower. I have no debts. Uncle Bruce, you've completely changed my thinking here. All of you are in a different boat. All of you. You're all in a different situation. I welcome you to the program, and I just want you to get nothing but rich in this market. It's nothing personal. Just want to get rich. I'm so happy you're here. This is so much fun. Bobby, if I would switch from 70% growth, 30% short to 70-30, I think with my second job, I could replace my primary job. However, I got another 2 years in me easy. Bobby, whatever works for you. I can tell you that there are people here who were certain once they found me and they took some classes, they started writing options, they were going, oh, in 3 years, I won't be working anymore. That was like 3-4 years ago. And they quit their jobs in the second year of being here. They went, oh, I've advanced my timing has been reset. I'm out of here now. I'm out of this job immediately. I am only working from home as a consultant only. I'm actually working for the same people I used to work for full time. I now work for them part time on a contract basis. They're giving me 15 hours of work a week, and I charge them $100 an hour, and I make $1,500 a week, 4 weeks of the year. I make $6,000 a month working for them now as a consultant from here because I incorporated myself into a little LLC thing because my tax advisor, who you have to talk to, set me up with this is how you want to do it as a consultant so that you have a home-based business. Did you watch the movie The Accountant with Anna Kendrick and the actor Ben Affleck? Did you watch that movie where the farmer husband and wife are talking to the accountant about their accounting, and the farm is kind of just breaking even, it's not getting anywhere, and she mentions she has a bracelet that she makes and the necklace she makes at home, and he's going, that's a home-based business. The truck is the company truck. The living room of your house, 250 square feet, 300 square feet, that's your office. All corporate write-up. This guy changed their lives.
Oh, bagels.
I was just talking about the accountant, Ben Affleck.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Talking to the husband and wife,
movie.
the farmer husband and wife. you have a business now. You have a home-based business.
So that would be the company car.
That's the company truck. That truck's the company truck. All the expenses of this, it's all company expenses. You're only going to pay tax on nothing. Hello. Yeah, talk about changing the world. Welcome to your party, pal. There are people here who have quit their day jobs, have incorporated a company, and are working for a company that they've created from their home, and they're writing options full time, and it's all in the company. Congratulations, well done, everybody.
That's right.
You need to find an
Work
accountant.
smarter.
I'd find an accountant that doesn't specialize in sniper shooting, though. Okay, that might be a better way to go.
Really?
Because there might be people after that guy for other reasons. So find an accountant that's kind of boring.
See what you can find.
See what you can do. Okay, thank you all for joining. Jen, thank you for this
Enjoy your bagel.
Thank you so
Bye,
very much.
everybody. Have a good Monday.
There you go. Rock and roll, Jen. Oh, yeah, baby. ALA, bagel. Christina, what are we having today? Uncle Bruce, is it Monday? Grape jelly? Yes, it is. Brian, I'm just reading the market will be closed on Jan 9. Is this true? Do we get a free day of time decay? This could well be. Bobby, not me. He saved the farm twice. There you go. Here's this toasted bagel. Look at these sesame seeds. There's a few left on here. Grape jelly. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Welcome to the party, pal. I love this game. Love this game. Giddy up, kids. Thank you, everybody, for being with me today. Always being here. Those of you who've been here since 2021, even 2020, watching my original videos. This channel is going to celebrate 4 years on the air on Jan, what is it? I don't remember the date. I started 25th. I started going live every day. I was already doing the odd live show, but it really kicked in then. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging out, letting me know how you're doing, being a member of this channel. You Gold Bagel members, thank you. We'll be live this Thursday from Rancho Mirage, California, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, prime time live this Thursday, not Wednesday, okay? So I'll be on the air for that. And let's go, baby. Lisa, 34% profit realized. Buying back Unity $32 February covered calls. Guess the gamblers forgot to gamble responsibly here. That's it. As a casino, Lisa, you have to take the money. You had to, you gave them an opportunity to gamble on the thing. It just didn't work out for them. It's a sad story. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Unity 2176. You wrote $32 calls. I love it. Oh my God. The stock was 2770 early in December 4, 5. Oh my goodness. 52-week high, $40. Wow. What a drop off. My God. Those shares last January were in the high 30s, almost $38, $40. Wow. Unbelievable. Way to go, Lisa. You just keep doing that kind of work and see where it gets you. You just see where this gets you. You make this kind of money. You'll find out. You'll find out what happens to you. I love it. I just love it, Lisa. I wrote that Unity call last week, man. Last week, Boxing Day. Oh my goodness. Lisa is an assassin. Lisa just picks off deals. Boom, 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 boom. Beautifully done. Keep up the good work. Giddy up, you guys. Oh boy, I love this game. I love this game. Oh my. The Dow's off 692. S&P 197 point drop. NASDAQ down 350. Oil up 51 cents. Oil going nowhere. Go, baby, go. Rock on.
That was easy.
That's what Lisa's saying right now. That was easy. Mr. Riccardi, I wrote a nice covered call on NVIDIA out to February 145 strike for 6 big ones. Thank you very much. Stock's 136.65. He's writing 145. He's getting $6. Sweet. Nice going, pal. Taking the money. Oh, yeah. Nice going, Luca. I love it. I love it.
That was easy.
That was easy. Oh, yeah. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here and telling me how you're doing. Thank you for letting me know how long you've been members of this channel, Lorraine and Debbie. And thank you to Mandu number 5. Thank you to Deep Value of the Options. Thank you and hello to Corinne, Trucker Tech, Rolo 88, Hector, Aurora. Thank you, all of you guys, for being part of the family here as Gold Bagel members. At whatever level you guys are members at, I thank you all so very much for this. We love having you here. We love getting these updates. I love telling the rest of the channel, hey, here's what these guys are doing. You don't believe me because I'm a shill? All right, well, read these guys. They're here every day. Figure out how they're doing. One, Rocket Lab, January 2026 expiry, $25 cash secured puts are handing out an 860 premium. My God. So Rocket Lab is 25.26 a share right now. Sell the stock at 25.26. Turn around and write a cash secured put for $25. So you got 100 shares, write a cash secured put. You got 500 shares, sell them, write 5 cash secured puts. You got 1,000 shares, sell them, and write 10 cash secured puts. You will get paid $8.60 a share for every one you write. Wow. So, okay, so let's just say you got 100 shares of Rocket Lab right now. That's all you got. You sell them for $25.24 and you write this $25 cash secured put and you haul in $860 in cash. Your account is sitting there with $25.24 in cash because you sold the stock for $25.24. And then you added $860 cash to the $25.24. You have $33.24 in cash. Now, that's 33.20. I can't do them. I'm getting so old. I'm so old. This is unbelievable. 860. My God. 25.24. Didn't I say 24? Yes, I did. 84. You have $33.84 a share in cash now instead of a $25 stock. Instead of a $25.24 stock, you have a $33.84 cash balance on 100 shares. The contract is worth nothing. It's only worth $8 in premium, $8.60. That's going to zero in a year. Zero. This is for $25. You get $8.60. Do the percentage. This is massive. This is 35+% on your money. It's insanity. You're being handed that in cash right now. Thank you very much. Trucker, I just sold some Rocket Lab 2550 cash secured puts expiring this Friday. I brought in $3,000. Let's see how this goes. Oh my. Brian, GameStop, Jan 26, 32 cash secured puts are going for 11 right now. 32s are going for $11 each.
That was easy.
I wanna rock. Oh, yeah.
That was easy.
I can't begin to tell you how easy this is. If you have 1,000 Rocket Lab and you sell them, or you got $25,000 lying around, theoretically, you got $25,000 lying around, you can write 10 Rocket Lab cash secured puts and bring in $8,600. Now you're hauling interest in on $33,840. daily interest, around 5% interest right now. That's $1,600 a year in interest, which is what, 130 a month, $130 a month. Is that about right? Yeah, $4 a day in interest easily. Wow, this is awesome. Brian, Uncle Bruce has lost his mind. Larry, the buzzer, Mandu, the buzzer. Christina.
That was easy.
I want to rock.
I love it. Mind blowing. GameStop's green, 32.37, 32.41, and you don't care. It's okay. All good. Go, GameStop, go. Unbelievable. This is so cool. This is so awesome. Unreal. We're only down 52 cents on SoFi. It won't drop anymore. It just seems to be sitting at 15.46. Rocket Lab down $2. GameStop up 21. AI down 160. Nvidia down 19 cents. Tesla down 12.45. Welcome to the party, pal.
That was easy.
Look at this comment. Debbie, my 18-year-old grandson saw me making money writing options and said, I want to do that. I said, show me by learning what you need to learn, including Uncle Bruce, and we will talk. He has been studying daily for about a week, and he is grasping it. I'm so excited for him. Can you imagine learning this at 18 years of age? Thank you, Uncle Bruce, for all you do. It's incredible. It's incredible. Debbie, this is such a great comment. Thank you. It's amazing. This is one of those scenarios where parents and children, grandparents and grandchildren they're on the same page with this. The kids out there, you're 18, 19, 20 years of age, 21. The world that you're staring at right now, you're going into college. You're coming out of high school. You're going to go into college. What are your choices in front of you? You want to go into a top level school because you got the grades. You'd be prepared to be $250,000 in debt upon graduation without a job. Now, if you can get a college degree into an electrician, plumbing, HVAC systems, a trade, you'll be an apprentice. You will earn while you learn, and you might be out of college with virtually no debt and a license, and you're employed. Well, that's okay. And then give me an 18-year-old within 6 months to a year figures out, I can't find a college course on how to write options. There is no college course that I can find that I could even think to afford that will turn me into a legitimate option writer for myself or for an organization. This is such an opaque, closed door club that I can't believe there's a guy on YouTube that actually does this. That's all he does. I can't believe it. You see, he's practically the only one who talks about basic conservative option writing strategies for everyday people to make a bloody fortune on, because you don't need to make $1 million a year because your expenses are $900,000 a year so that you clear $100,000. It's not like you have to go out and buy a big pallet of returned merchandise to Walmart, have it delivered to your house. You just spent $3-4 grand for this thing. You're opening up 80 boxes in this giant box, and you don't know what you're getting, and you're hoping to sell this for what you paid for it plus a profit. No, you're taking a couple of classes which you're going to use as information forever on how the markets work and how options are created, and you're going to start to write stock options that have no value. You can start with $2,000 and start writing a cash secured put on SoFi with $2,000. With $2,500, you can bring in $800 from a Rocket Lab contract. I mean, you can work on the side as a bartender, a waiter, mowing lawns, shoveling driveways, babysitting kids. If you're young, you can do 60 hours of work a week and make dough, and probably save up a couple of thousand a month. If you're living at home, you're saving up money to build an investment account, to start writing cash secured puts, to writing credit spreads, and learning and earning at the same time. You don't even have to go to school. You actually don't have to go to college, because you can do this in your college years. You're 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. By the time you're 25, you've amassed $30,000 to $50,000 easily. I would be an Uber driver. I'd be a pizza delivery guy. I would be making money, and I would be doing this conservative writing strategy. By the time I'm 25, I'm sitting on $250,000. I got $250,000 in my account. And my best friend, who just graduated at age 26, has got a $250,000 student loan, and he doesn't have a job right now. There's the difference. Now, maybe my college graduating friend will become a senior partner in an auditing firm of some kind in 15 years, and he will make $500,000 a year at the height of his career when he's 40. In the meantime, I'm 25, and I got $250,000. By the time I'm 30, I got $2 million. By the time I'm 40, I got $8 million. He's never going to catch me. He is never going to catch me. Welcome to another party. It's a whole different party. Look, I'm not saying don't go to college, but maybe there's a gap year. There's a gap year. You're traveling with a backpack, traveling with a friend, on the cheap, and you're writing options at the same time. You're staying in hostels, tenting it, whatever you're doing, living on the cheap, and trading, and writing. You come home, there's more money in your account than before you left. Wow. Now you go to college. But you go to college where you want to go, not because you have to go. Now you decide, well, I think I'll go into finance. Yeah, but I might only take 3 classes a year. Interferes with my market time. So, I don't know. Wow. Oh, wow. Bobby, I do care. Bid ask 4 to 11. Christina, Tesla was 487 in December 18th. Look at it now. 422. Oh, baby, 5 to 10 cents. The squeeze is beginning. Brian, GameStop wants to go higher. Please do. Debbie, he's seen my account grow and he knows it's possible if he stays serious. If grandma can do it, why can't I do it? 18-year-olds figure this one out. I love my grandma, but I got to tell you, man, she is not what I envision a serious financial trader. I don't envision her as a high-end financial specialist. Well, look at this account. My God, why aren't mom and dad doing this? What? Oh my goodness, Brian, Uncle Bruce, why doesn't your daughter write options? Or maybe she does on the side, but loves her job writing. Ha ha ha. There will come a time. There will come a time, but she makes pretty good money. Bobby, to play this cash you could put game in Quest Trade, you need option level 4, $25 in management. My son at age 21 has 1,000 SoFi, just waiting for the $25 price tag to bring him online to the money side. 25K. Brian, GameStop is so volatile. What a pleasure watching and trading it. Bobby, delivering pizza, you can make around 2,000 in 1 to 2 months in my area. You can, okay. Just saying, Brian, Bobby, I think you need a minimum 10 grand account value to write cash to get puts on Quest Trade. Again, I don't know. I'm not a option account specialist from different brokerage firms. I don't know what they're doing. It's up to you. It's on you guys. You figure out the broker for you. Okay. We're up 45 on GameStop. We're only down 37 on SoFi. Coming back, 1561. Nvidia is green, up 82 cents. I finally have a green bar. GameStop and Nvidia, the two stocks that are up today. Thank you all for joining us. Bobby, I thought it was spreads at 10,000 and right puts at 25,000. Doesn't matter. Each firm has its rules. You guys figure it out. Last piece of bagel for today. SoFi's coming on 1563 now, down 35 cents. Rocket Lab down 169. That's better than a $2 loss. We're at 25.53. GameStop up 48 cents. Nvidia up 64. AI down 135. Tesla down 10.22. Even it's getting a little better. So good. I'm picking up the sesame seeds off of my platter here that have fallen off my bagel. Love these roasted sesame seeds. The Dow is getting better, down 584, a little improvement. We're down 80 on S&P. We're down 279 on NASDAQ at the moment. Giddy up, everybody. Tesla now down only 970 and Nvidia up 91. GameStop up 42. SoFi down 34. Okay. Luckily, Brian says, I'm well above the 10 grand minimum. Thank you, Uncle B. Debbie, you just described him. My grandson, he does not know what he wants to do in college. So we'll see if this is it. I told him it's like taking a college course to learn it. Already watching you, man. He's watching you. He needs to grab the classes, hang out here, become the sponge. You bet. You bet. Alluring anglers at ALA. I've written SoFi cash to get puts with only around 13 grand in the margin account, but with the RSP, I'm above 25 G's. Thank you very much. Well done. Beautiful stuff. SoFi's hitting the high of the day. Don't mind my seeds over there. 1566 to 1569, the high of the day on SoFi. It's climbing. We've only had 9.7 million trade. Very quiet day. Oh, man. Love these sesame seed bagels. Nice. Welcome to the party, pals. Glad to have you here for the show. I love this. Brian is saying, Uncle Bruce, I have been working on a 30-month plan when I turn 40 to retire. I'm trying to retire at 40. My goal is 500,000 US dollars. Based on my calculations, I would need about a 6.5% return per month. I'm averaging 8 per month. This is accelerated. Brian, this is doable. Oh, yeah. Oh, we're not kidding about that. You damn right this is doable. And this is a comment for those for my viewers who are very analytical. They get a pen and a piece of paper and a calculator out, and they look at their trades so far, and they realize, well, if I do option writing where the option has no value, it's just going to shrink. It's a time shrinkage machine. This is what I'm after. I'm looking for shrinkage here to score my returns. And they start to figure out, well, what if I make 20% a month? And then they go, oh, that's ridiculous. That's just way too much every single time. Okay, what if I make 10% a month? Well, yeah, that could be really good. But well, let's get more conservative. How about 9% a month, 8% a month, 7% a month, 6.5% returns a month? And then you do what you've been doing. You realize, well, I haven't been doing 6.5% a month. I've been doing 8% a month. I'm doing more than 6.5 for the last 6 months, a year, whatever. This is where people go, my God, what am I missing here? Why do I keep coming up with a number that is so much higher than I thought it would be? I was, who doesn't want to make a lot of money? Of course, we all do. But if I want to turn my account into a $500,000 account by a certain time frame, I need to make this much money now per month on average to get there. And of course, we're talking about earning money and earning money on the money and money on the money, because it's the same trade over and over and over again. It's just more options in the trade to do the same trade yet again. And you've noticed that if you want to write 10 contracts or 15 contracts or 20 contracts or 60 contracts, there's always a buyer for your contract. The market is huge and is growing exponentially in liquidity. And obviously, you are writing options on the more active trading options as opposed to contracts that don't trade at all, obviously. So there are people sitting here telling me this again and again and again, and going, look, man, I've been doing this now for a year with you, and I am not making 4 or 5% in a month. I'm generating 8 to 10% in a month, and it's not stopping. And I have to revise my expectations. Even if I took my account by 8 to 10% a month for like a year, where it is at now, versus where I thought it would be a year ago to where I am now, I'm ahead by this much money. I'm this much larger than I thought I would be. So going from here forward at 6.5 a month or 7 or 8 or 10, this changes the dynamics all over again. And this is why people here keep saying to me, I had to revise my schedule because I'm growing my account further and farther faster than I thought I was going to, because I didn't want to seem over optimistic about what I was going to make. Isn't it amazing how this has been going? Brian, it is doable. ALA, nice, Brian. I've only started tracking in November, but my spreadsheets look so promising, but it's hard to tell what's realistic, as I've got a 34.5% return in November due to SoFi. So there's that. ALA, well, and GameStop as well, appreciated, and GameStop. There you go. Well, like I said, it's sometimes a stock will skew the numbers, but option writing is option writing. Premiums are premiums. Out of the money contracts are out of the money contracts, and rollovers are rollovers. And the classes are there for a reason. And now you understand these classes are invaluable to my comfort level and to my knowledge level to understand the basics of this strategy that I'm trying to do. And now you realize, well, 18 classes is a nothing burger to understand an entire market of $6+ trillion a week turnover. This is a world you knew nothing about a year or 2 or 3 ago for many of you. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the party, pals. What can I tell? When I say, do we have a full day trading tomorrow? I think so. I don't even know what time we close tomorrow. Does anybody know what time we close? Brian, sorry, I lied. I'm making more than 10% a month since March of this year. I'm not making 8. I'm making more than 10 on average. Oh, this is blowing your 6.5% budget out the door, which is a good thing. You're ahead of the curve. So if you take where you are now and go forward at 6.5 a month to be conservative as you were before, your 30-month plan is no longer a 30-month plan. Most likely. Very interesting. Again, for those of you, I cannot reiterate it enough. I'll say one last thing. Some of you have done really well in the last 6 months to a year. Your account values that are at levels you've never seen before or haven't seen in a long, 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 long time. And you don't want to blow it. And I am telling you, you don't have to risk it all out there at these record highs or close to record highs, because days like today, a 600-point drop on the Dow could become the new normal. Good days, bad days, good days, bad days, good week, bad. I don't know. Volatility is going to go higher, I think, in the next year. But one area where you can go is cash. And you might as well go into cash when you're at these levels. Because instead of SoFi being an $8 stock and you are writing $10 cash secured puts, the stock is $15.63, $16, and you're writing $20 cash secured puts. These are dollars into your hands per share, huge amounts of money. I wouldn't pass this up. I would take this dough. Wants to go to 25 a share, don't worry about it. You're going to make more than a $9 gain. If it goes from 15 to 15, 50, 16 to 25, shares are up 9, you'll make 15. You'll make more because you're going to roll your puts into higher strikes and get even more dollars. More dollars than the stock is going up. That's the beauty of this thing. In the meantime, the interest just keeps coming in, and it's an invisible wealth creator, daily interest. You don't see it happening every day. You see it once a month on a dividend injection. You're going to start getting used to these. You're going to start to crave bigger ones. Once you learn that cash is king and you call the shots with cash, you're going to get out of stock so fast it'll make your head spin. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm desperately trying to tell you. One, those classes are going to $200. Yes, they are. My classes are $150 today, and they're $150 each tomorrow. And then on Wednesday and thereafter, they will be $200 each going forward. And that is a fact. One-on-ones with me. You want to spend some time with me for an hour plus? $400 is the going rate. That will go to $500 now starting the new year. And any of you who are trying to lock up a class or lock up a one-on-one for $400 into January, you can always do that. You can always send me $400 today, and we'll set you up for a one-on-one in January sometime. No problem. But it's going to $500. Bobby, full day tomorrow as per Google apparently. Hector, Bobby, thank you. There you go. I guess it's a regular day tomorrow. New Year's Eve, I'll be here. I will see you tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning if you're a Gold Bagel member. You're one of these guys, you're with me tomorrow at 8. If you're not a Gold Bagel member, you're joining me at 8:30 tomorrow morning. And let's talk about how much richer you got today and how much richer you're going to become tomorrow. And let's review the year and let's talk about next year at the same time. Thank you all for your unwavering support. I thank you. I love it. Uncle Bruce just wanted to share something in regards to, I'm waiting. Susan Shops, Bruce, do you like the GameStop June 2026 expiry and was it the $28 strike for $5.80? Do you like the GameStop June $28 strike for $5.80, break even $22.18, or should I just do a higher strike? Are you talking about a put or a call? Can you please help me? What are we dealing with here? This is a June 20, 2026. So I gotta go here. June, a $28 strike. You're talking about a put. You're talking about the $28 puts, aren't you? Okay, all right. So it's a put that is out of the money $4 because the stock is at 32.31 right now, and this is a $28 put contract. So it's out of the money $4. You would get $5.80 in cash. So if you were exercised, you would pay net $22.18 for the stock. Should you consider perhaps going higher than that in strike? If you did go higher, let's say you went to a 30, you might get your hands on about 725, 730-ish a contract. So that 7 would mean you're still paying 23 something for the stock, but it gives you a couple more dollars. If you go to a 32, which is just at the money here roughly, you could get as much as 860, 870. Paying 32 less 8 means you're paying $24 for the stock instead of 21, but you're getting $8 and something instead of 500. Instead of getting 580, you would get 850 or something. Anyway, there you go. No, it's a 2025. Yep, okay. I'm looking at 2025s. It's okay. We're on the same page. It's all right. Thanks everyone. John Anderson, cash secured put. Yep. June 25 cash secured put can get 6 now for the 28. There you go. 6 for the 28. Yeah, look, you get 6 for the 28. You're paying 22 net. It's out of the money, 439. It's worthless. It has no value other than time, and time is June. 6 months. This sucker is going to drop $1 a month for 6 months in a row. I like this trade. I do like this trade. Friday, they sold my lower leg and assigned me 110,000 shares. Friday, they sold my lower leg and assigned me 110,000 shares. Okay. Or is it 11,000 shares? It's 11,000. They assigned me 11,000 shares on my lower leg. Okay. So where are you at right now? I'm assuming this is a SoFi, the SoFi put credit spread. You're long the stock, and the stock right now is 15.66, down 32 cents. What do you do? How do you do? What do you do? Right. In theory, you could just sell the stock right now and write immediately $20 cash secured puts against whatever cash balance you've got. Or if you can carry the trade, you can write call options right now on those 11,000 shares. You could write 110 call options immediately on the stock. Whether you go out to January, February, or March, what was going on there? They didn't pay me what I was supposed to and now I don't understand what's going on. You might need to send me a private email so I can figure this out with you, so I have a better handle on what's going on. Lisa, what's the cost basis for your 11,000? Brian, Susan Shops, I would check out the February, March for GameStop as well. There's another comment. So yeah, look, if you got the stock at 16 because you bought the 15 puts, you wrote the 16s, and you got assigned at 16 when the stock was 595, something like that. Now the stock's 1565. If you've done nothing, okay, your stock is down 35 cents from what you paid for it, less the credit you got originally, right? Now the question is, do you just sell the stock at 1565 and move on to another trade, or do you write call options on the 11,000? Can you bring in $1.50 a share, writing 15s for February, March? Can you bring in $2 for 16s 6 months from now? I do not know what your situation would be, better off, not better off. But if you did bring in $2 in cash, you'd be bringing in 22,000 in cash today against the 11,000 purchase. The purchase is $176,000. If you bring in $2, 22,000 in cash against that, then the cost just went down by 22 grand, and you're writing a call that's at the money, out of the money, 2-3 months out. Again, do you want to be doing that? You have to decide which way you want to go. You can wait. If you can wait the rest of the day into tomorrow, Shares reach $16. You sell them at 16, you're getting out for what it costs you to get them, and you're flat on that trade, plus the credit you made originally. Anyway, Wing Commander stock markets will remain closed on the 9th. That's because of Jimmy Carter funeral, National Day of Mourning in the United States. Christina, have a great day. Uncle Bruce, you can see I'm always working here. Send me a private email if you want. And let me know on that. If you send me a screenshot of your account or something, I'll look it over. We'll try to figure it out. But there's ways to take advantage of this. There's always ways. Thank you, Brian, says Susan Shops. Christina, leave a thumbs up on your way out the door, everybody, for Uncle Bruce. Thank you so much. Bobby, woot, another 4-day week within the month. Thank you, Jimmy. Well, that's true. That's another one. That's another 4-day week, without question. Let me take a look here. January the 9th is a Thursday. So this Wednesday is the 1st. Next Thursday is the 9th. We're closed next Thursday, the 9th. So there you are. There you go. That's a day of shrinkage free to you. A free day of shrinkage being handed to you. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, we're down 548 on the Dow. That's an improvement. Is it a full-blown recovery? No. Is it less bad? Yeah. The question is, how will this market react as we go forward from here? We're down 79 points on S&P. We're down 295 on NASDAQ at the moment, okay? That is the story as I see it right now. And thank you for joining me today. Thank you, Bobby. 3 weeks in a row. Shrinkage, baby, says Bobby. There you go. You know all about shrinkage, kids. There it is. Thank you for being here. We'll keep an eye on this market. You'll keep an eye on the market. We'll see you tomorrow morning, first thing, 8 and 8:30 in the morning. Thanks again for everything, everybody. Don't forget to say hi to the Knights of Knee. Thank you again for 297 responses to today's question of the day. 42% of you say you know someone that has a gambling problem, sports betting and or stock market. 42% of you know someone that has this problem. 183 thumbs ups have come in. I appreciate that very much. Keep those coming. Thank you all for helping out. Don't forget to honor the Knights of Knee, because those are the power brokers behind the scenes. You know it, I know it, but the rest of the market doesn't know it. Larry knows, Misty Tree knows it, D.H. Ruda knows it. Here come the knee emojis. Knee. Absolutely. Grandsons know it. Grandmothers know it. Granddads know it. Granddaughters know it. Yes, they know the Knights of Knee are the all-powerful, all-knowing powers behind the market. Aurora. Oh, baby. I know what I know. I know this market is run by the Knights of Knee. Don't mess with the Knights of Knee. Here they come. They're coming across the board like crazy. Thank you all. Hearts to everybody. Love to you all. Thank you so much. Don't forget to party like this, like 1984. Woohoo! Thank you, Aaron. Thank you. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow morning, first thing. I got to get going. I need a rest. See you soon. Bye for now.